Yeah. What?
Am I boring you?
Yeah, a little bit. No, okay. I was just thinking about something.
Did it have anything to do with the lesson? Do you even know what we're talking about?
History? Just a wild guess?
Explorers, Chris.
Well, kinda. I mean, I'm thinking about exploring someone. I'm talking about my girlfriend, Mr. Nelson. My girlfriend.
Yes, I know. Can you even name one of the explorers we've been talking about? Just one?
I don't know.
Come on, Chris. Do any of these names sound familiar? Hernando de Soto, Vasco Nunez de Balboa, Hernan Cortez, John Cabot, Ferdinand Magellan, Francisco Vasquez de Coronado, Juan Ponce de Leon, Francis Drake, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Hey, I know him. Yeah, he explores scripts. Or does his agent do it for him?
We've already talked about the first three, and the rest are coming. Here's an interesting one. Have you ever heard of Amerigo Vespucci?
Is he an actor or a director?
Amerigo Vespucci was an Italian explorer, 1454 to 1512.
So neither. Okay, well, personally, I think it would be more interesting for us to talk about our history, about us.
Amerigo Vespucci was a navigator who first demonstrated that Brazil and the West Indies did not represent Eastern Asia as was first thought of by the Columbus voyages. He was the first one to come up with the idea that this was an entirely different and separate landmass, which he called the New World. It became known as America, which comes from Americus, which is a Latin version of Vespucci's first name. Is that close enough to our history for you?
So you're saying we actually live in the United States of America?
Chris, you might learn something if you can pay attention to the details.
So, you got another detention in Nelson's today, huh? Your coach is not going to like that.
I hate history. I mean, we're just talking about dead people that wasted their lives running around the world. I mean, who cares? It doesn't matter. I'd still be here whether they ran around or not.
So you fell asleep again? Were you snoring this time? Were you staying up too late texting your girlfriend?
No. I mean, yes. I was just daydreaming. About you, in fact. Emma Lou Walters, explorer of my heart.
You're so stupid. You deserve that detention.
Oh, whatever. You still love me.
You sure about that?
I gotta get going. I have swim practice in the morning, homework tonight, all that stuff, so.
You really love the water, don't you?
I feel like a fish out of it. Well, without you, that is.
Shut up.
Your time's a little slow today. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure? Your leg feeling better?
It's just math, science, history, all that stuff just kind of wears you out,
Well, so can detention. Take a few minutes and rest. I want a better time out of you. We have a big meet next week, Williams, and I need your best.
Yep. 100% by Tuesday, Coach.
Mom, are you home?
Yeah. Hey, how was practice? You hungry?
It was good. Swam one of my best times. But now I'm starving. What do we have?
Well, we have fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, and rolls. Sound good?
That sounds good. Did you leave me some?
I saved you a little. It's in the fridge.
Oh, sounds great.
Is Dad home?
No, he's over with your grandma. She's having trouble with her sink. Something broke. There was water everywhere, so she said. He'll be home soon.
Do we have any, like, pop or something? I'm really thirsty.
You really shouldn't be drinking pop when you're in training. Why don't you have some water? I'm sure your coach will thank me.
Screw Coach. You know, you'd think someone over there would be able to fix it for her.
I'm sure they have someone on staff who does that kind of thing, but you know how your grandma is. She likes your dad to do it, but she always thinks it's your grandpa.
She's getting worse, isn't she?
Dementia is hard. It affects your memory, your ability to pay attention, your judgment. So many issues just with daily life, you know? It's hard to see her in decline. We just need to take care of her.
Yeah.
You really need to stop by and see her. Even if she doesn't remember you, she needs to see you, okay?
Okay, Mom, I'll stop by after practice. So, where's my food?
Get it yourself.
Yeah, it went fine. I swam one of my best times in the freestyle. Coach was pretty happy about that.
Your grandma was happy too.
Your dad fixed your sink.
Did you talk to my dad?
I saw him, but he didn't see me.
You should have just went up to him, you know? I mean, he likes you.
I don't know.
Why would you say that? Why wouldn't he like you?
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
I was working. I had to keep up with my clients. I don't work at the old folks' home just to talk with your grandma.
We don't call it the old folks home. We call it a retirement center, and they're residents.
How old is your grandma?
She's like 83, I think.
She was born before World War II, so she's old. And she lives there. So it's the old folks' home.
So what's new at the old folks' home? You know, besides my grandma's plumbing.
Not much. Just cleaning up and helping where I can. A lot of lonely old people there.
Well, there's a lot of amazing people there, and a lot of amazing stories, I bet. You should really stop and listen to them sometime.
You want to hear their history? Didn't think you liked history.
Well, they have more current history. I mean, at least they're still alive.
Some of them tell you their story all the time, over and over and over. It's actually really annoying.
You mean like my grandma?
No, Chris, I didn't mean it like that.
I gotta go.
Chris,
Dude, you gotta stop sleeping in class.
I'm not sleeping, I'm just daydreaming, you know, thinking of more important things. History's just boring.
Did you know that a Spanish doubloon is worth about $7 grand?
Where did you hear that?
Just Google it. Duh.
Where'd this come from?
Well, all these old explorers we were talking about in class, their money's old too, and it's worth a fortune. I did some research.
You read too much.
And you swim too much.
Whatever.
Dude, just one coin is really rare and worth big bucks too. Now isn't that interesting? Imagine if you had a whole box of them. You'd be set.
So now you're telling me that coin collecting and history together is interesting?
Yeah, dude. Fascinating.
It's fascinating that you find it fascinating. Sounds like pirate treasure. Are you 6?
Of course they're real. They're all old and broken and stuff. Now imagine if you had one in mint condition. Wow. No wonder the pirates always wanted them. Jackpot.
Whatever.
Did you hear about that shipwreck they found last month? 44 pounds of rare coins from 300 AD. They had the image of Constantine on them.
Constantine who?
Do you really not remember? Man, you really don't pay attention in class.
Dude, the only thing I'm interested in finding in the water is a better time.
You wouldn't be saying that if you ended up with a big box of them, man. You'd be rich. And it's history, too. It's fascinating.
Okay, now you're just getting annoying. Shut up.
mind if I sit here?
No. Go ahead.
So, are you still mad at me from last night?
Uh-oh. What'd you do now, Emma?
Shut up, Mason.
She's just making fun of my grandma, that's all.
Not cool, dude.
Shut up! I was not making fun of her.
Well, you know she has dementia. I mean, everyone in her wing does. It's just the way it is.
Not cool.
You know I didn't mean anything by it. I just said she repeats herself, which she does.
Don't make fun of Grandma.
Shut up, Mason. Seriously.
You're repeating yourself.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I do not repeat myself. Shut up.
Well, I'm gonna go to history class. Are you gonna be there, or are you gonna be somewhere taking a nap?
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
All right.
Why do you have friends like that? He's a jerk.
I mean, I've lived next to him my whole life. He's one of my best friends. He can be a jerk sometimes, yeah. I heard that he was the one that told you I got in trouble yesterday.
Yeah, that's because he doesn't know how to shut up.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a nerd.
He collects stamps, doesn't he? Yeah, he's a nerd.
And coins. He collects them and studies them.
He studies coins?
Yeah, he was just talking about, like, Spanish coupons or something, I don't know.
You mean Spanish doubloons? Sounds like pirate treasure. How dumb.
Yeah, that's what I said. But they're supposed to be, like, super rare. I think he collects, like, buffalo headquarters or something.
Nickels.
What?
You mean buffalo head nickels, not quarters. You didn't know that? Even I know that.
Whatever.
Your friend is a nerd.
Yeah, most of the time.
I'm sorry about last night. I wasn't making fun of her. It just kind of slipped out.
Yeah. Just don't worry about it. She just tells the same stories over and over, and they just don't make sense. I mean, it's like she's talking about something that she read.
Yeah, I know. I think some people lose their memory and some people create memories. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just forget about it. It's fine.
Okay, you better get to class. Mr. Nelson will know if you come in late, especially after yesterday.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up.
You suck. See you later.
See ya.
Class, I'm giving you a new assignment. And Chris, making sure you're awake to hear it. So here's what we're going to do. Since we're in history, and Chris wanted us to focus on our history, we're going to do just that. I want you to write a paper about someone else's history. I want you to tell their story.
Hey, Chris, you could do me.
There's some rules you need to follow, and they're pretty simple rules. You need to find somebody that's at least 70 years old.
Never mind, Chris.
So we have to go to the old folks' home.
Retirement center.
That's a great idea. Or you could talk to your grandparents or anyone that's at least that old. Be sure that they talk about things from their personal perspective. Next, incorporate the following information: their vocation or life work. If they were a stay-at-home mom, for instance, what was their daily life like? If they were an engineer or some other vocation, make sure you ask about their life experience. Second, ask them what they've accomplished. Third, ask them for some advice based upon their life experience. Make sense?
How long does it have to be?
Your paper has to be at least 1,000 words. I'm sure you can reach that goal easily. Just find someone with a lot to say and write down exactly what they say. Be their historian, and then relay the facts to me in your paper. Any questions?
When is it due?
2 weeks from Monday. That gives you 2 weekends and a full week to work on it. That should be easy.
Exactly what they say. Yeah, practice was fine.
How long until the season is over again?
Just another week. And then after that, we can see each other more.
Oh, that'll be nice.
You know, you have been really patient with all my practices and everything. So, thanks. I love you. And I think you're beautiful.
No, really? I love you too.
Just one more week. Then I'll have so much more time, you know?
Yeah, that'll be nice. Well, I have something to talk with you about. Mason said that you were going to get yourself in trouble with Mr. Nelson again. What's that all about?
Oh, my Mason. He really doesn't know when to shut up, does he?
I know. That's what I said.
It's nothing. I have to interview somebody that's at least 70 years old for like a bio type paper. Sharing their history, you know, for history class. I'm going to talk to one of the old residents at the retirement center.
Well, you shouldn't have trouble finding some interesting stories there.
Turn the lights off. You're wasting electricity. I fought Muhammad Ali.
I love Johnny Carson.
Wheel of Fortune.
Someone needs to feed the kitty.
You are good looking, big boy.
I was a fighter pilot. I see these lights are still on.
Did you hear what President Nixon said?
Here's Johnny.
And I beat him twice.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
In Vietnam.
Hi, Linda.
My kitty is this big.
I'll buy a W.
I am single.
These lights are still on. Pow! Right in the kisser.
Hi, Grandma. How are you today?
It's a nice day to fly a kite. Is this Tuesday or Thursday?
It's Monday. I just stopped by to say hi.
I love flying kites. They're so curly and bouncy. I like to dance, too, in the moonlight on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
It's Chris, your grandson.
You're my grandson?
Yes. Your hair looks nice today.
Thank you. I have pretty hair, like kites.
Yes, you do. What have you been up to?
I haven't been dancing since Tuesday.
It's good to see you, Grandma. I miss you. And Grandpa.
George is out in the garage. He's working on that car again. He loves that car.
And I love you, Grandma.
But he should be back soon.
Is there anything I can do for you, Grandma?
I have some new jewelry from George. It's pretty and it's round. Do you want to see it?
Maybe next time.
Chris, we love having your grandmother here. She's just so sweet.
Yeah, but she's not doing very well, is she?
She's just having some memory issues. Does she recognize you?
Sometimes. Not today. She talked about Grandpa coming in from the garage again. He passed away 12 years ago. She just doesn't know. She thinks that he brought her some jewelry or something.
At times she doesn't seem to know what she's saying, but we're taking care of her the best we can.
And you know, we really appreciate all the work you do for her. I heard my dad was in here the other day fixing her sink or something.
Yes, she doesn't seem to like to have anyone else do those things for her. But if your dad's okay with it, it's easier on her and, you know, it just makes her happy. You know, that's why some people refer to us as a skilled nursing facility. They just need that extra bit of assistance. And whether they call us a retirement home or a nursing home doesn't really matter. We just want to give the best care we can to the people who live here.
Well, thank you for all your good work. We appreciate it.
Well, Emma said you wanted to talk to some of our other residents?
I have to interview someone to write about their story. It's for a history assignment. Now, they have to be older than 70. Do you know any residents I could talk to that have good stories?
Well, Mr. Olson's a veteran. Do you like war stories? He's got a ton of them.
I don't know.
Mrs. Rice?
And she's the one with the big cat? Pass.
Mrs. Browning? Oh no, she's no longer with us. Mr. Lamb? Mrs. Slidell? Mr. Shanklin? Oh, Mr. Lyon. He's always helpful.
Who is he?
Have you heard of the Kingston Foundation?
No.
It's a private home care organization, and they work with the elderly, the needy, sometimes the homeless. They brought Mr. Lyon to us when they found him at a homeless shelter. He had apparently had some head injury, and so sometimes he's lacking in memory, but, well, when he is on top of it, he is sharp as a tack, his mind is clear as a bell. And if you could find out some more history, that would help us, because we just don't know much about him. Let's see if I can arrange for you to meet with him. Do you have a few minutes?
Sure. Hi, my name is Chris Williams. I'm a local high school student. I was given an assignment to go over someone's history, their story. The office manager said I could talk to you for a few minutes.
Yep, that would be fine.
So, do you like history?
Yes, I do. I've certainly lived through it.
Well, thank you for meeting with me. Can we start with your name?
My name is John Lyon. They call me the Lion. I am the Lion.
So is that a nickname, or where did it come from? Did you work at a zoo or something?
No, that's my name.
So your given name is John the Lion?
Or John Lyon.
So you don't bite, do you?
Only if lunch is late. Lunch is at noon every day.
Perfect. Do you mind if I call you John?
Most people do, or they call me John Lyon or John the Lion.
I have to interview someone at least 70 years old, so when were you born?
Back in 74.
So you are 43 years old?
You gotta be kidding. Do I look 43? I didn't say 1974.
So you were born in 1874? So you are 143 years old. Wow. Perfect. That is twice what I need. We should be calling a news station.
Please don't do that.
So, what are you drawing? Can I see? Very interesting. So you use a cane. May I ask why?
An old leg injury. Stupid McAneel.
What?
McAneel. Sap.
You think he's a sap? Well, what'd he do to you?
They thought they had done me in. They shot me in the leg. It's all coming back. Will be the death of me yet. Sooner than later, I'm afraid.
Does the staff know about this?
Everyone knows. The world has heard about it long ago. It's just part of my history. At least they think so. Let me just say they have the wrong bones.
The wrong bones? Where?
You stupid kid. It's at the church. Where else?
Okay, of course. John, where are you from? What's your family's nationality?
I'm a Spaniard.
You spent your life in Spain?
No, Florida. That's what I called it.
So you lived in Florida?
I lived in the Miami area and in the Bahamas, due east of Miami, for many, many years.
So you lived in the Bahamas or Miami?
Yes.
How many years did you live there?
I don't know. Too many to count.
And where do you live now?
In Florida.
You live now in Florida?
Yes, on the mainland.
But you are a Spaniard from Spain?
Yes. Always.
From Florida?
Yes. Did you drink from the fountain?
The water fountain?
Yes.
No, not today.
It brings life. The water does. Did you drink from the fountain?
Yes.
Where is it?
Where's what?
The fountain. Did you drink from the fountain?
Yeah.
Where?
The one right by the door, maybe?
No, wrong one. I can't find it.
You want to drink from the fountain?
Yes.
The water fountain?
Yes.
Where?
In Florida.
So are you thirsty?
Always. For Bimini.
Bimini? I've never heard of that. Is it like Dasani or Aquafina or something? You got a water bottle right there. So why don't you just drink from your bottle?
Okay. That's not it. No, not even close. It's supposed to have an unmistakable purity. It's supposed to taste wholesome, sweet, refreshing, unlike anything that's ever crossed your lips. It's the essence of rebirth, renewal, like life itself, straight from the hands of the Creator.
Do you want me to wash out your bottle?
I wouldn't drink out of it if it was dirty, you knucklehead.
So you're talking about water?
Well, yeah.
From the water fountain?
Yes, but I cannot find it.
Okay. This is going to be perfect. I just have a few more questions for you. John sure is lying.
Hey Chris, you ready for the meet tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Start that history paper yet?
Yeah, I'm talking to quite the guy. He thinks he's 140 years old, and he thinks this is Florida, so...
It's not? I was gonna head out to the beach. Where did you find this guy?
At the retirement center, where my grandma is. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He just has a few loose screws.
I need to find someone still.
Well, I would not suggest going to the retirement center. So, you ready to swim your butt off?
Heck yeah.
All right, let's do this. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. Done. $520. That $520. That's like half the essay. I gotta go. Mother. Okay. It's fine. Whatever. I just guess I'm going back.
So, to sum it up, Ferdinand Magellan was a Portuguese explorer who organized an expedition to the East Indies from 1519 to 1522, resulting in the first circumnavigation of the Earth. And no, Mason, you will not need to know about the Magellan GPS system. That's more of a current history thing that you will not be tested on. Okay, I hope you've all started on your assignment. Remember, your research paper is due next Monday, beginning of class. Does anyone want to share who they've been talking to?
I've been talking with an old guy from church. He's almost 90.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking to my neighbor, Mr. Thompson. He was in the Army.
Good. Anyone else? Chris, anything interesting you want to report?
Yeah, actually I do. I found the perfect old guy. He is exactly what you ordered.
There you go. Your hair looks beautiful. What do you think?
I have pretty hair every Tuesday and Thursday, and it's bouncy.
Yes, it looks very pretty and bouncy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can do for you right now? Can I help you pick out some jewelry?
No, I'll do it.
I'll check in on you later, okay?
Thank you. It's Tuesday night, and I'm ready to dance. Do you like my hair, George? It flies like a kite.
You know, I've lived here my whole life, and I can't imagine not having a lake nearby.
We do have a lot of lakes around here.
Yes, we do. And I love it. There's just something so peaceful about the lake. It's calm, quiet, romantic. What do people do who don't live by the lake? The streets are busy. The mall is hectic. It's just so nice to be near the water. Enjoy the breeze, see the trees. It's natural to be away from it all.
Well, that's why they call it nature. Somewhere to naturally feel natural.
That doesn't make any sense, but I know what you're trying to say. I just love it here.
I used to come here with my friends when I was a kid. We had a lot of good times on this pier. Diving in, swimming, not a care in the world. Now there's so much going on. It just feels like I never get out here anymore.
By the way, weren't you supposed to go visit your grandma tonight? I saw her earlier.
I'll go see her tomorrow. I mean, she doesn't even know who I am. It's like one day late will even matter.
You should want to see her. She's your grandma.
Well, do you want to go swimming? I mean, you should want to.
What are you talking about?
I love swimming. When me and my friends were kids, we used to run off of this pier and jump off the end. You didn't want to be the last one in.
Well, why not?
It just wasn't cool to be the last one in.
Why?
It's just the way it was. We never really questioned it. We just lived by the rule.
Well, what would happen to the last one in?
Nothing, really.
That doesn't make any sense.
So, when's the last time you went swimming?
Oh, I don't know. Last summer, I guess. Chris, what are you doing?
Well, the water brings life. Don't you want to live?
Wait, Chris, no! Put me down! Put me down, please, please, please! I'm not a swimmer like you! Please, 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 please! I hate you! I can't believe you just did that!
Hi, Grandma. How are you today?
There was a full moon last night. It was pretty and round, like my jewelry.
Are you feeling okay? You look tired.
Dancing makes me so tired. I might take a nap.
Yeah, swimming makes me tired. I have a meet coming up. I wish you could come and watch like you used to. With Grandpa.
George is out in the garage, always working on that car. He loves that car.
Working on that car again, huh? Do you think he'll ever get it fixed?
He should be back soon.
I still wish you could come and see me swim. You probably don't leave this room, do you?
Oh, I eat in the dining room with my friends.
That's nice. Do you like the food?
Oh, yes. Very nice food.
Okay. Well, I have to go visit someone else. I'll come back and see you soon, okay?
Would you like to see my jewelry from George? It's very pretty and round.
Well, maybe one of these days I can come and help you pick out some jewelry. That is a girly thing. You know I am your grandson.
You are my grandson?
Yes, I am. Do you remember my name?
Hello, John.
John the Lion.
John the Lion. Thanks for meeting with me again.
You need more? I have more.
Yes, I do need some more info from you. I wrote my paper and realized I was only halfway there. Not a great writer, I guess.
I forgot to ask you a few things.
Okay, shoot.
Were you ever married?
Leonore. Yes, just her.
How long were you married?
A long time ago.
Okay. Did you have any children?
A daughter, then a son.
So 2 kids.
Then 2 more girls.
So where are they? Are they still alive? Are any of them still visiting you?
No.
What happened?
They got old.
And they all passed away?
Yes.
How?
Selfishness. It killed them all.
They died because they were selfish?
No. They died because I was selfish.
You wouldn't share your water bottle?
I wouldn't share the Bimini. Once I found that it was mine, I refused to share it. Not with the family or the crew. I never told anyone about it. I was selfish.
The water that brings life? Like you said the other day?
It brought more than life. It brought clarity and health and height, so much more than I ever dreamed in the physical arena. And it brought cunning.
What was that?
Cunning. You know, craftiness, ingenuity. I've fooled them all. For all these years, I have become a master of deception. And I've done it all on my own, without any of them, until recently. I have abused it.
And then you became the lion.
Yes, John the Lion. I had to.
And it's because of this water bottle. So you say you're a master of deception. What kind of work did you do as a deceiver? Were you a what? Politician?
For a time.
Really? You were a politician? When?
It was in 2009.
And what did you run as?
I was the governor.
Of Florida? Are you really Jeb Bush?
Oh no, you knucklehead. Jeb left office in 2007.
All right.
Puerto Rico.
Really? And how long were you the governor of Puerto Rico as a Spaniard who lived in Florida?
2 terms.
And when did your last term end?
In 19.
Okay. That's 2 years from now. It's not magical.
Hi.
Jeez. What are you doing here?
I work here. I didn't know you were coming in tonight.
Well, you scared me really bad.
So what are you doing here?
I just stopped in to see my grandma, but I also had to talk to Governor Lion. Or should I say Governor the Lion. Apparently, he's the current governor of Puerto Rico, living in Florida. And he's already finished his term 2 years from now. And I think he killed his family with a water bottle.
What?
And then he got all hush-hush when I talked about calling the news. He said he didn't want to talk to anyone. Do you know anything about this guy?
You're talking about John Lyon? He's kind of a quiet person. Doesn't talk much to anyone, but he's very helpful. He does drink a lot of water. I do know that.
Yeah, he does.
I heard he came here with a head injury. He was just walking the streets before he ended up at a homeless shelter. He talks a lot about finding the water.
And he drinks a lot from that water bottle. Like flood-worthy amount from that water bottle.
You drink a lot of water.
No, that's it's different. I drink a lot because I'm a swimmer, and he's just an old man.
He always has his water bottle with him. seems harmless. I think sometimes he just doesn't know what he's saying.
I just think he's insane.
Oh, come on. Be nice. He's got dementia. He just seems like a sweet old man.
Yeah, I'm going to write down exactly what he says. It's going to be interesting. But not as interesting as my swim meet tomorrow. I love swimming. And more than that, I love winning. Hey, you waited for me.
Sure. I didn't think you'd ever come out. Were you disappointed after your race?
I was supposed to win. That was my race.
Well, you did have that pulled muscle a while ago.
That had nothing to do with it, okay? I was fine. I just choked. It didn't feel right.
Well, I thought you did great. If you ever saw me swim, you know how good you are.
Well, I mean, I saw you swim the other day at the park.
I still can't believe you threw me in. So, you want to throw me in again tonight?
I thought you made me promise to never do that again. Well, plus, if you knew it was coming, it wouldn't be as fun.
Actually, that wasn't fun. Not at all. I don't understand why you like the water so much.
I don't know either. I just love it.
You want to walk me home?
Sure. After that, I gotta finish up this stupid paper.
Are you still working on that history assignment?
I can't wait to be finished with John. I mean, it can't come soon enough.
I think you're starting to like talking with him.
I'm trying to get close to him. Maybe he'll leave me his water bottle and his will.
I can get you a water bottle for your birthday, or for Christmas, or just for fun. You two can just sit together and stare off into space, drinking your magic water bottles.
Yeah. Make all my dreams come true. Maybe you need to start being nicer to me.
Yeah, good luck with that.
After you.
You're getting home late. You okay?
Yeah, I just walked out of home.
I talked with her at the swim meet.
Yeah. I should have won that race.
Did you realize you swam your best time?
I mean, yeah, but I came in second.
You know I can't ask for more than your best.
Grandpa used to say that.
Yes, he did. All the time.
He used to work on his car a lot, too.
Yes, he did. All the time. And your grandmother used to hate that he spent all his time out in the garage. I guess it was his way of keeping busy.
Well, as far as Grandma's concerned, he's still out there. Still working on that car. She always says that he'll be back soon.
I know. We talk about it every time I go see her.
How old was he when he died?
He was only 62. Pretty young, actually.
It was a heart attack, right?
Yeah, we never saw it coming. One day he just grabbed his chest. He was gone.
62 years old. It's only like 15 or 16 years from you, right?
17 years. I've thought about it before.
And now Grandma's 75, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty long life, right?
Well, let me tell you. There's something about living a long life, and then there's something about living a full life.
What do you mean?
Well, even if you lived hundreds of years and never enjoyed life, you'd feel empty. Who wants that? You have to live life to the fullest.
So you would rather live a full life rather than a long life?
I think I would choose a long, full life. But if I had to choose between the two, I'd choose a full life. It's not the years in your life that matter. It's the life in your years.
Who said that?
Abraham Lincoln.
It's like my favorite president. That's cool.
No, that's history.
Do you ever think she'll recognize that he's gone?
Probably not. But she doesn't need to know that.
She talks about him every time I go over there. As if he's in the other room. I mean, how he might be out working on the car. Or how she is flying kites. Or her new jewelry that he gave her, which is so round and pretty.
I never heard about the jewelry.
Well, apparently she just got some new jewelry from George.
I think she misses him, and this is her way of keeping him alive. Grandpa wasn't much for giving gifts. He was kind of cheap.
Well, I'm glad you didn't hold on to that trait.
Well, I make a better living than your grandfather did. Or he wouldn't be able to keep grandmother in such a nice facility, where they can take care of her and watch over her.
You've always given me whatever I needed. Well, except the new car.
You know I can't get you a new car. But you can use mine whenever you need to. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, well, thanks for taking such good care of Grandma. I know it must be hard for you to see her that way.
It is hard. But that's where we are. Do you need anything these days?
Maybe a new water bottle, but Emma's gonna be getting me one soon anyways, I'm afraid.
What are you talking about?
It's nothing, Dad. Alright, well, I gotta go finish a paper, so I'll see you later.
You did good tonight. I'm proud of you. And so is your mom.
Thanks, Dad, and you're working on that car, huh? Crap myself up.
Good luck with that.
Hi, John.
John the Lion. Hello, Chris. You here to talk to me one last time?
I came by to visit my grandma today, and I just wondered if you wanted to talk. I finished my paper. Do you want to read it?
That's okay. I already lived it.
Well, it's due tomorrow. I just figured I'd come back here and talk to you, since I was here on a Sunday visit and all already. Is that okay?
Chris, I've enjoyed talking to you, but this is going to be my last time.
Why is that?
I don't have long to talk.
Okay, well, I can make it short. Yeah, I've got things to do too with Emma.
You don't understand, my boy. I'm leaving.
You going somewhere? You going to Florida?
I will be fulfilling the adventure that I have been avoiding my whole life. You see, when you focus so much attention on living and staying alive, you lose sight of what might be found on the other side. I am on my way to discover a new world just like Amerigo Vespucci.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, never met him.
Me neither. Do you, think you're dying?
We all are, some just sooner than others.
Why do you say that?
I have an infection in my leg from a very old wound which is haunting me and almost killed me once. Most believe it would and did, but without the water, I have no other choice.
But the water's right here, John. I mean, every time I've been here, I've seen you drink it. It's right within your reach. And you still say you can't find it?
The Bimini, that's what I long for, but not anymore. I'm almost done.
What is the Bimini, John? I don't understand. I mean, just the other day I went to the store and I looked at all the bottled waters and not a single one was called Bimini.
You just interviewed me for a history paper and yet you missed the whole story. Bimini is the story, and it has been for a long time.
You always talk about time that way. But why? I mean, you always say, it was a long time ago. But I don't think you understand time.
I understand it better than anyone you will ever meet, for I have faced it longer than anyone you will ever meet.
Yeah, about that. You said you were born in 74? You don't look like you were born in 1974. I mean, you'd be younger than my dad. And you look a whole lot older than him. So what? Were you born in 1874? Are you the oldest living man on Earth? Are you 143 years old?
I am the oldest living man on Earth, but I never said 1974.
So when were you born, John?
May 3rd, 1474.
You said you were born in 1474. Like the 1400s? Like Christopher Columbus? 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, those 1400s? So how old are you?
543 years old.
So you're over 500 years old? Okay, that's impossible. And Bimini is your secret to your longevity? Whoever Bimini is.
Yes, my time has come to move on very soon.
So after 500 years, you just decided to pass on? You just made the choice.
I fell and hit my head several years ago, and I'm not really sure how long that's been. Sometimes I had no idea where I was or where I'd been, and segments of time just passed like a blink. I might have wandered hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, and I cannot find Bimini anymore.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You were a homeless wanderer, and you made your way to small town USA in search of Bimini. Who is Bimini, or what? Is it like a magician or something? Is that his last name?
Like a good old friend who is now forever absent. I have lost the ability to grasp the miracle and the wonder.
John, I think you're pulling my leg. Okay? I mean, maybe you're a lying politician. But, I mean, wait, were you even a politician? Was that even true? Come on. I mean, people don't live to be hundreds of years old. And they don't live in the future before it happens.
Selfish ones do, and I'm a testimony to that. And after all these years, I have discovered one thing. Selfishness does not bring you joy. How I wish I could go back and be selfless, to give life to others and to share the riches of life with others. My boy, you can be whoever you want to be, wherever you want to be. I told you I was in Florida. I used to be. I wish I still were. Florida is where I first remembered happiness. My heart will always be in Florida. That's what I called it. Did you know I named it Florida? Yes, I did, and that was so long ago. I'm there now, even in my heart, even though I'm in another state. Where are you? Chris, whose life are you pouring into? Is there anyone? Whose day can you make brighter with a smile, a word of encouragement, or a hug? Is there anyone? One act of selflessness can change the world. You look beautiful. You want to dance in the moonlight?
Isn't the moon beautiful tonight, George?
John, how long have you been dancing with my grandma?
For some time, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So you help her fly her kites?
It brings her joy from George.
He died.
12 years ago, though he lives. As long as she lives, he lives.
John, I have to go.
Chris, my boy, wait. If you hear one morsel from this broken old man, whether you put it in your paper or not, I want you to hear this, that your years here are numbered and they are few. Use them to serve others and bring joy one person at a time.
Thank you, John. John the Lion. Mind if I start with you?
Please bring your papers to the front, put them right here as we get started. You knew it was due at the beginning of class today.
Dude, did you hear the one about the chipmunk?
Yeah, I'll certainly have to do that then.
I hope you all found this history assignment interesting. It's always fun to learn about other people's life story, no matter how simple or unbelievable they may be.
You're in so much trouble, dude.
All right, we're going to continue talking about another explorer. This one set his sights on Bimini. Does anyone know where Bimini is?
You just interviewed me for a history paper, and yet you missed the whole story. Bimini is the story, and it has been for a long time.
No. Bimini is the westernmost district of the Bahamas, made up of a chain of islands that's due east of Miami.
I lived in the Miami area and in the Bahamas, due east of Miami, for many, many years.
This man was a Spanish explorer and conquistador.
What's your family's nationality?
I'm a Spaniard.
He was born in 1474.
I am the oldest living man on earth, but I never said 1974.
So when were you born, John?
May 3rd.
1474. How did he die?
He died in 1521, according to historians, after an arrow poisoned with the sap of the manchineel tree struck him in the leg.
Manchineel. Sap.
You think he's a sap? Well, what'd he do to you?
They thought they had done me in. They shot me in the leg.
He was famous for his pursuit of the fountain of youth.
Did you drink from the fountain?
Amazingly enough, we have a copy of his signature, which is pretty interesting, in your textbook on page 324. And I'm sure you all know his name. You can see it here through his signature, Juan Ponce de Leon.
Juan. Or like John. John the Lion.
Yes, very good, Chris. John is the English equivalent of the Spanish name Juan, and de Leon can very literally be translated to mean the lion. I see you're doing well in Spanish. Chris?
Wait, he didn't take Spanish.
Hi, Chris.
Where is he?
Where's who?
John Lion. John the Lion, Juan de Leon.
You might try the dining commons.
John? John?
I'm here.
Juan?
It's time. The sap will finish the job.
Is it true? What you told me, is it true?
Yes, Chris. It is true, all of it. Your years here are numbered. Use them to bring joy where you can, one person at a time. I've been holding on to something for some time, and I want you to have it. In time, you will find it is a treasure. Take this, my boy. Let it be a reminder to you. Give the water away. Bring life while you can. Give it away, Chris. Your water is what you can give to others. Your time, your words, and your kindness. It is your water. It brings life. Give it away.
You going to be okay?
Yeah.
It was kind of sudden, wasn't it?
He knew it was time. I think he was ready.
How do you know?
Just things he said. I could tell. He'd come to a place of peace after many years of turmoil. I never seen anyone die before.
I never have. Must be hard. Especially to see a friend go.
It's funny, because I only knew him for like a week. And yet I feel like I knew him better than the people that lived with him. It's like he had to choose someone to reveal himself to, and he chose me. Like I chose him.
So, who do you think he really is? Those things you wrote in your paper, and all those weird things you told me, they seem to line up.
At times I want to believe him, but the story is just so outrageous. How could it be true? I mean, right? There's got to be some level of truth in there mixed in with the dementia. But how can you separate the two?
Do you think they were true? Was he who he said he was, or was he just relaying something he read? I read that he, the real Juan, died in Havana, Cuba.
I mean, he never talked about Cuba. I don't know if he ever went there. I mean, there's no real way to prove it either. There's no record, there's no facts. How could you even know? I mean, there's no photos, no documentation, there's no proof. I mean, maybe someone took his place towards the end, or the history just got messed up. Like a case of mistaken identity.
So, you believe him? You believe he was who he said he was?
I don't know. I don't think anyone would ever believe such a crazy story. I mean, it's just, well, it's unbelievable.
Do you think you could ever really trust the historical record? You know, the really old stuff.
I don't know anymore.
I read that De Leon's bones were buried in a church in Puerto Rico. They were moved to another church later.
I mean, John did say they had the wrong bones. And that would make sense now if that's what he was talking about. I mean, maybe they do have the wrong bones in the church. Or maybe it's just the dementia talking, I don't know.
Deep inside, do you believe him? What he said, was it true?
Yeah, he said, "Our years here are numbered, and they are few. Use them to serve others."
Well, no matter who John really was, you know who he was to you.
He was just an old soul. A sweet, kind soul. And he was my friend.
And you were his.
Yeah. And he wanted to leave me a treasure. He said that in time, I would find the value of it. I don't really know what the value of this old water bottle is. I'm gonna hold on to it as a reminder.
I think he would have wanted you to have it.
He used to keep water in it because he always wanted to keep water next to him. He knew that it brought life, that we can't survive without it. We just need it. I think we take it for granted, much like those around us. You know, especially the elderly. They need our love and our attention and our care. I think that's what the water meant to John. It was a symbol to him. He learned to give away what he had. I mean, simple things like his words, or a slow game of checkers, or his time with me.
I think John the Lion had an impact on you, even though your time with him was short.
Yeah, I think so. And I hope it changes my history.
I think it already has. I don't think we'll ever know for sure who he really was.
Sure we will. He was John the Lion.
So pretty and round. Thank you, George. It's Tuesday night, and I'm ready to dance. Do you like my hair, George? It flies like a kite. Oh, isn't that moon beautiful tonight, George?
Yes. It is.